Okay mga kawawmat, in this video, we will discuss the trigonometric ratios of special angles. In this video, we will find the trigonometric ratios of special angles and we will have examples applying these trigonometric ratios of special angles. Before we proceed, don't forget to like our video and subscribe na rin po kayo. So let's start. In finding the trigonometric ratios of 30 degree and 60 degrees, paano po natin siya kukunin? So, ano muna tayo dito? Para magde-derive muna tayo. Okay? Kunin muna natin lahat ng trigonometric ratios ng 30 degree angle and 60 degree angle. Kasi pag nakuha natin yun, mas madali na po. Okay? Mamaya isa-summarize natin lahat ng mga nakuha natin. So, let ABC be an equilateral triangle whose sides have length of A. So, since sabi equilateral, this means that all sides of the triangle are equal. So, let us represent all our sides as A. So, ito po yung ating mga sides. Now, draw AD perpendicular to BC. So, construct daw po tayo dito ng AD perpendicular to BC. Now, since sinabing perpendicular, therefore, it will form right angle. So, right angle to, meron tayong dalawang right angles dyan kasi perpendicular ang sabi dito. Now, since the triangles formed are congruent, bakit natin masasabing congruent sila? Kasi po, congruent yung sides nila lahat ng sides congruent. Now, kung ito rin ay congruent siya dito, ibig sabihin pag hinati natin to, congruent din po itong dalawa. Okay? And then now, bakit naman natin nasabing congruent itong dalawa na to? That BD is equal to DC. Kasi po, D is your bisector. Okay? So, D is your bisector. Since perpendicular bisector siya, ibig sabihin D serves as your midpoint dito. Okay? So, we now have D bisects the side of BC. So, since bisect ang sinabi, ibig sabihin hinahati niya po yung BC. So, ibig sabihin, this is your midpoint. Ito ay bisector. Okay? So, from here, bakit naging A over 2 to at A over 2? Since equal nga po itong tatlong sides natin na pare-pareho silang A, hinati po itong itong segment na to into two congruent segments. So, ano mangyayari? Ibig sabihin yung A divided by 2 kasi hinati siya. Okay? So, A over 2 ito, A over 2 ito. So, kumbaga, halimbawa, 10 ang sukat nito. Let's say 10. Okay, so, ibig sabihin ng sukat nito, 5. 5 lang. So, i-substitute natin 10 divide to 5. 10 divide to 5. Kaya, A over 2. Okay? So, let us find the trigonometric ratios of 30 degrees and 60 degrees angle. So, kapag meron po tayong two congruent triangles, ibig sabihin 60 degree ito, 60 degree din po ito. Now, bakit natin nasabing 60 degrees po ito pareho? Kasi po ito ay 60 degrees din. Okay? Ma'am, bakit po pare-pareho silang yung angle A mo 60, angle C and angle B are all 60 degrees? Kasi po, this is an equilateral triangle. And always remember that an equilateral triangle is also equiangular. Okay, so pag pare-pareho ang sides niyan, congruent ang sides niyan, ibig sabihin ng angles din po niyan ay congruent. Okay? Now, since hinati nga po ito, ibig sabihin kung ito si angle A mo ay 60, ibig sabihin 30 degrees lang po ito. At ito rin 30 degrees. That's why these two triangles are congruent. Okay? So, ang hahanapin natin ngayon is the length of AD. Since given na tong angle na to, 30 degrees, 60 degrees, this is 90. This side is A. This side is A over 2. So, ito na lang ang missing. Ito na lang ang hahanapin natin. Now, your AD represents the longer leg. Bakit longer leg? Diba sabi ko po, pag kung nasa yung pinakamaliit na angle, opposite niya, shorter leg. So, ito yung shorter leg natin. Kung nasa yung 60 degrees, nandun po yung ating longer leg. So, AD is longer leg. Dapat alam po natin kung longer leg or shorter leg kasi depende doon yung gagamitin nating formula. So, in finding the longer leg, okay, ito po siya. So, di ba, ang gagamitin natin since ano po ito ay 30, 60, 90 right triangle po ito. So, ang gagamitin po natin ay hypotenuse is equal to 2 times the shorter leg And para mahanap po yung longer leg is equal to shorter leg times the square root of 3. So, hanapin natin itong longer leg. Apply natin tong formula. So, longer leg is equal to what is your shorter leg? Ito po yung shorter leg natin. Kasi opposite siya ni 30-degree angle. That is A over 2. Times, so times square root of 3. So, A times square root of 3, that is A square root of 3. And then 2 times 1 over, parang ano to, over 1 yan. Okay, so 2 times 1, that is 2. So, this AD, your AD, or your longer side, leg, rather, is A square root of 3 over 2. So, nakuha na natin lahat ng sides, nakuha na natin lahat ng angles. Okay. So, we can now we can now find the trigonometric ratios of 30-degree angle and 60-degree angle. Makukuha na natin. So, ano nga po ulit yung ating sine? Okay, so pag sine 30 degrees, 'di ba? SOHCAHTOA. Tandaan lang natin, SOHCAHTOA. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. We have, if sine 30 degrees, ibig sabihin dito tayo titingin. Okay, so if sine 30 degrees, opposite is A over 2, I mean BD, and then hypotenuse, that is AB. So BD over AB, and that is, your BD is A over 2, and then your AB is A. So, ito po makukuha natin. Now, paano natin kukuha ito? Multiplication po. Kunin natin yung reciprocal po ng ating denominator. So, i-multiply natin yan. A over 2 times the reciprocal of your denominator. So, since A over 1 to, 1 over A. And then, multiply. So, we have 1 times A. Pwede na to i-cancel eh. Okay? So, we only have 1 half. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, sine 30 degrees is equal to 1 half. Okay? Tatandaan po yun. Kailangan alam po natin kasi magagamit po natin siya mamaya. Na kapag sinabing sine 30 degrees, that is always equivalent to 1 half. Yun agad. Okay? So, dito pinapakita ko lang po kung paano siya naging 1 half. So, parang nagde-derive tayo dito. Now, cosine 30 degrees. So, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. Okay? Tandaan po yung SOHCAHTOA. Adjacent over hypotenuse. So, this is your 30-degree angle. Adjacent, that is, this is AB over, AD, adjacent. Ito po pala. So, AD, this is your adjacent. And then, hypotenuse, this is your AB. So, substitute natin. Your AD is A square root of 3 over 2, yung nakuha natin kanina, over your AB is A. So, multiply natin. Ganun ulit. Get the reciprocal of your denominator and then proceed to multiplication. So, A square root of 3 over 2, your numerator, and then reciprocal of your denominator, that is 1 over A, then proceed to multiplication. Okay? Siguro nakalimutan na natin on how to multiply fractions. Ganun po ang ginagawa kapag division po. So, we have, so ito po, ang makukuha po natin dito is square root of 3 over 2. We have square root of 3 over 2. Bakit naging square root of 3 over 2? Kasi pwede na po natin itong makancel, si A. So, may iwan na lang 1 times square root of 3, and then 2 na lang po. Okay, so, ibig sabihin, cosine 30 degrees is equal to square root of 3 over 2. Next, for tangent 30 degrees, ang gagamitin po natin, opposite over adjacent. So, kung ito po si tangent 30 degrees, opposite. So, that is BD over adjacent. So, ito ay AD. So, BD over AD. So, that is, substitute natin si BD, A over 2, over your AD is A square root of 3 over 2. So, solve natin, A over 2, and then reciprocal nito. So, mauuna si 2. 2 over A square root of 3, and then proceed to multiplication. Now, we can cancel, okay, we can cancel A. Pwede na pong makancel si A eh. At pwede na rin makancel si 2. Okay, pwedeng makancel na si A at si 2. So, ang may iwan na lang sa taas, 1. 1 over, sa denominator, ang may iwan na lang, square root of 3. So, ang final answer natin is, since we have here 1 square root over square root of 3, so, ang gagawin po natin, i-rationalize pa po natin siya kasi hindi po ito pwede. Bawal po tayong may radical sa ating denominator. So, rationalize natin. So, by multiplying both the numerator and the denominator by square root of 3. So, 1 times square root of 3, that is square root of 3. And then this will become 3. Why? Kasi square root of 3 times square root of 3, that is square root of 9, and square root of 9 is 3. So, automatic yun. Nakapagpareho po yan. Okay? Pareho po ito. Ilalabas nyo lang po siya. Extract nyo lang po siya into 3. Okay? And then we have the cosecant 30 degrees. Pag cosecant po, hypotenuse over opposite. Ito po siya. Since cosecant is the reciprocal of your sine, okay, so reciprocal lang po. Since nakuha na natin siya, reciprocal lang po. So that is, your cosecant 30 degrees is 2. Kasi reciprocal lang po ng sine itong cosecant. So that is 2. But make sure 30 degrees. Okay? And then secant is the reciprocal of cosine. So, kunin lang po natin yung reciprocal nito. That is 2 over square root of 3. But since hindi po pwede ito, so multiply po natin by square root of 3, both the numerator and denominator. So, we have 2 square root of 3 over 3. And then for cotangent, this is the reciprocal of tangent 30 degrees. So, kunin lang natin reciprocal nito. So, 3 square root of 3. Since hindi nga po ito pwede, so rationalize natin. That is 3 square root of 3 over 3. Okay? So, pwede pa po natin itong ma-cancel. So, ang final answer natin is square root of 3. Now, so ito po ang trigonometric ratios for 30 degree angle. So, for sine 30, 1/2. Cosine 30, square root of 3, 2. Tangent 30 is square root of 3 over 3. Cosecant 30 is 2. Secant 30 is 2 square root of 3 over 3. And cotangent 30 is square root of 3. Now, let's proceed to 60 degree angle. Kunin natin ang trigonometric ratios of a 60 degree angle. So, dito naman tayo. Okay? So, ganun ulit. So, for sine 60, since 60 na yan, dito naman tayo. Opposite over hypotenuse naman ito. So, we have a square root of 3 over hypotenuse a. So, ganun ulit. Let us solve. We will get square root of 3 over 2. Why? Kasi ito, makakancel na po ito. So, square root of 3 na lang po may iwan over 2. For cosine 60 degrees, so we have for cosine 60 degrees, that is adjacent over hypotenuse. This is your adjacent, so that is a over 2. And then hypotenuse a. Kaya po ayon. So a over 2 over a. And then solve. A over 2, reciprocal of a, that is 1 over a. And then proceed to multiplication. So this will be cancelled. So you now have 1/2. For tangent 60 degree, we have opposite over adjacent. So, if this is your tangent 60 degree, opposite, a square root of 3 over 2 over adjacent. So, adjacent is a over 2. And then, multiply. A square root of 3 over 2, reciprocal nito, so 2 over a. Proceed to multiplication. We can cancel a, we can cancel 2. So, ang may iwan na lang, square root of 3. And then, madali na po ito kasi this is just the reciprocal. So, cosecant 60, reciprocal po ni sine 60, that is 2 square root of 3. And then, rationalize. So, we get 2 square root of 3 over 3. For secant 60, this is the reciprocal of cosine 60. Reciprocal of 1/2 is 2. And for cotangent 60 degree, ito po ay reciprocal nito. So, ang reciprocal po nito is 1 over square root of 3. Okay, pero hindi po pwedeng may radicals sa denominator. Let us rationalize. So, that is square root of 3 over 3. Okay, so these are the trigonometric ratios for 60 degree angle. So, eto po yun. So, mamaya isa-summarize natin po lahat siya sa table. Now, let us proceed for finding the trigonometric ratios of 45 degree angle. So, ito po yung ating triangle. Now, since 45, we are looking for the trigonometric ratios of 45 degree angle, ibig sabihin, yung ating right triangle ay 45-45 yan. Okay? So, kung meron kang right angle, since 45 degree angle ang hinahanap natin na trigonometric ratios, ibig sabihin yung dalawang other angles mo are complementary angles, of course, and they are equal kasi 45. Okay. Now, we all know that angle B is equal to 90 degrees and angle A is equal to angle C. And they are both what? 45 degrees. Kasi 45 degree angle po ito. So, automatic yun. They are equal. Now, so, i-represent natin our sides, BC and BA as A. So, represent natin sila as A. Ma'am, bakit po pareho? Kasi po, pareho po yung angle na opposite sa kanila. 'Di ba? Kagaya ng lagi kong sinasabi, if two sides of the triangle are equal, then the angles opposite those sides are also equal. So, since equal po yung ating angles dito, ibig sabihin yung sides niya equal din. Kaya they are both represented as A. Okay? So, let AB be equal to BC, which is your A. Okay? Equal po itong dalawa. Now, anong pwede natin gawin since ano pong missing? Given na yung triangles natin 45, 45, 90. Given yung dalawang natin o sides, AA. So, ito ang hahanapin natin. So, para makuha natin yung trigonometric ratios, dapat given muna lahat yan. So, ito, hypotenuse po ang wala sa atin. So, pwede mo i-apply yung special right angles. Okay? Yung 45, 45, 90 theorem. Triangle theorem. Ano po ba yon? Since ang missing natin dito ay hypotenuse, sabi ko kanina, para mahanap ang hypotenuse kapag 45, 45, 90, ita-times po natin yung ating leg sa square root of 2. Okay? Ita-times po natin si leg sa square root of 2 since AC is your hypotenuse. So, si leg, ita-times natin by square root of 2 since given yung legs natin. Now, let us apply your, again your AC is your hypotenuse. Ayun po. So, A, your leg is A, times the square root of 2. Therefore, your hypotenuse is A square root of 2. Okay, so ito po ang ating hypotenuse. So, ina-apply natin, that's why ni-review natin yung 30, 60, 90 at yung 45, 45, 90 special angles kasi magagamit nyo po yun dito. Okay, so let us find the trigonometric ratios of 45 degree angles since nakuha na po natin yung measure ng ating hypotenuse. So, sin 45 degrees, paano siya kukunin? Ma'am, ano po dito yung gagamitin ko? Ito po ba o ito? Kahit alin po dyan. Okay? Pero syempre, dito sa isa lang tayo titingin. Pero kahit naman ito ang gamitin mo, pareho lang po ng lalabas yan kasi they are equal naman. So, sin 45 degrees. So, sin is opposite over hypotenuse. So, dito tayo. Opposite A over hypotenuse. Your hypotenuse is A square root of 2. So, dito na lang ako nag-focus sa angle A ha. Although, kahit ito naman ang gamitin mo, pareho lang po. So, your angle A, opposite A, over hypotenuse. So, A squared of 2. And then, makakancel na po natin ang ating A. Okay? So, makakancel na po natin ang ating A. So, ang may iwan na lang 1 over square root of 2. Is this our final answer? Not yet. Kasi i-multiply pa po natin siya by square root of 2, both the numerator and denominator dahil may radical siya. So, magiging, we will come up with, let's have cosine 45 degree. So, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So, ito po yung adjacent natin. So, ito, adjacent A, okay, A over hypotenuse. So, A over square root, o A over A square root of 2. So, makakancel na natin to. So, 1 over square root of 2. And then, kagaya lang po nito, okay, so we will also get square root of 2 over 2. And then, for tangent, so tangent is opposite over adjacent. So, opposite A, that is A, over adjacent, also A. So, this is equal to 1. Okay? And then, reciprocal lang po palagi. Reciprocal lang po ito ni sine. So, 2 over square root of 2 or pwede nyo rin pong gamitin si square root of 2 over 1 para hindi na po tayo mag-solve ulit. Okay? So, square root of 2 over 1, ibig sabihin square root of 2 yan. Ma'am, bakit hindi po pwede to? Yes, pwede rin naman. So, 2 over square root of 2. Pero magsasolve ka pa ulit doon. I-rationalize mo, square root of 2 and then square root of 2. Ang lalabas rin po ay ito. So, ito rin po yun. So, pwede ka na dito tumingin para hindi na po need na mag-rationalize. Next, this is the reciprocal of cosine. So, ganun din po. So, pwede na po ito. Okay, so, yan ulit ay square root of 2. And then for cotangent 45 degrees, reciprocal of 1, that is still 1. Okay, so these are the trigonometric ratios of 45-degree angle. Now, we still have 2. Let's find the trigonometric ratios of 0-degree and 90-degree angle. So, given the circle, meron po tayo ditong circle with your triangle. So, let P be a point on a circle in the first quadrant. So, ito yung first quadrant natin, hindi po ba? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, this is your first quadrant. With coordinates x, y. So, ito po yung P natin. Point daw siya na nasa circle. So, ito siya. Point siya na nasa circle with coordinates x, y. Now, let us drop a perpendicular PQ from P. So, ito po yung PQ natin. Okay, gawa daw po tayo ng perpendicular line from P. So, paano mo malalaman na perpendicular? Magpo-form siya ng right angle ngayon. So, we now have, since meron tayong right angle, ibig sabihin, meron tayong right triangle. Okay? So, from P to the x-axis in order to form the right triangle, OPQ. So, this is our right triangle. Now, we already consider this as right triangle kasi nga po perpendicular, nag-form siya ng right angle. So, let us use angle POQ so as your theta. So, ito po yung ating angle. So, dito tayo magbibase ng sine, cosine, tangent. Okay. So, this is your angle POQ with your theta. So, now, given your sine theta, so your sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So, this is your angle opposite. Your opposite is y. Your hypotenuse is 1. Pero bakit 1? Saan natin nakuha po itong 1 natin? Saan po nakuha? Bakit ma'am? Paano nagkaroon ng 1? Kasi po, based dito sa ating from your center, based dito sa center mo na O to B, since ito po ay your point B, at ito ang coordinates ni point B. Okay, so ito po ay given eh. Ito po ay coordinates ni point B, at ang y coordinate mo ay 1, ibig sabihin 1 unit po ito. Okay, 1 unit po yan. Kasi ang coordinate mo, ibig sabihin y coordinate, nasa y-axis, 1 po yan. So, kung ito po ay 1, so from here to there, 1 po siya, ibig sabihin, 1 din po ito. Kasi radius po yan eh. Pare-parehong radius po ito. And then ito, 1 din po. Kaya kung mapapansin nyo, ang x-coordinate naman ito, 1 din. Okay? So, that is the explanation why it becomes 1. And then, let us find the sine theta. So, sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. So, that is y over 1. And then, so y over 1, that is equal to y. And your y is your y coordinate of P. So, para makuha mo daw po yung sine mo, ibig sabihin, y coordinate po siya. Okay? Ulitin ko po, para makuha po yung sine, y coordinate po siya. Para makuha naman yung cosine, yan po ay x over 1. Bakit x over 1? Kasi po ang cosine natin ay adjacent. Adjacent. So, ito po yung adjacent natin, x. And then, adjacent over hypotenuse, ito yung hypotenuse, 1. So, x over 1. So, x over 1 is equal to x. And this is your x-coordinate of P. So, para makuha mo yung cosine mo, kunin mo yung x-coordinate. Okay? So, ganun lang po. Para makuha yung sine, y-coordinate. Para makuha yung cosine, x-coordinate. So, paano kukunin ang tangent? Ang tangent po is just the opposite over adjacent. So, this is your opposite. This is your adjacent. Or, simply your sine divided by cosine. The ratio of sine over cosine. So, kasi ang tangent mo is opposite over adjacent. So, y over x. Or simply, sine over cosine. Kasi ito siya, y over x. So, sine over cosine. Okay? Or y over x. So, let's find the trigonometric ratios of 0 degree. So, ito po yung nakuha natin kanina para makuha daw po ang sine theta. Kukunin po natin yung y-coordinate. Para makuha ang cosine theta, kunin natin yung x-coordinate. At para makuha yung tangent theta, we just have to get the ratio of y over x. Ayun po. So, kunin natin ngayon, if OP coincides with OA. Ito yung OA mo. Then, angle theta is 0 degree. Since nag-coincide daw po siya, pag sinabing coincide, nag-overlap sila. Dito yan. Dito raw si OP, nandito siya. So, kung si OP mo nandito, naka-overlap siya kay A, ibig sabihin walang angle na ma-form doon. Kasi nandito si OP mo eh. So, that is a 0 degree angle. Okay? Wala siyang angle kasi nandito si OP. Nag-coincide sila. Pag sinabing coincide, nakapatong siya dyan. So, walang angle na na-form. Okay? Walang angle na nabuo dito. Okay? So, given the coordinates of A, 1, 0, makukuha natin itong tatlo and their reciprocal, inverse. So, paano natin kukunin? Si sine 0 degree, bakit 0 degree ma'am? Paano nakuha yung 0 degree? Kasi nga po, si OP nag-coincide siya kay A. So, walang angle na na-form. Okay? Hindi siya gumalaw. Wala tong angle na to. Okay? So, 0 degree, sine 0 degree, para makuha nga po yung sine, tingin y-coordinates. Ano ang y-coordinates? 0. Okay? Para makuha naman si cosine, x-coordinate. So, ano ang x-coordinate ni A? 1. Kaya po 1 ito. Para makuha naman si tangent, y over x lang. Your sine divided by your cosine. So, 0 over 1. And 0 over 1 is equal to 0. So, tangent 0 degree is 0. Now, paano natin kukunin si cosecant? So, reciprocal lang po. Ano ba reciprocal ni 0? So, reciprocal ni 0 is not defined. So, undefined po yan. And then, reciprocal po ni cosine. So, that is 1. And then, for the reciprocal of tangent 0 degree, this is also 0. I mean, not defined. So, undefined po. So, these are the 6 trigonometric ratios of 0 degree angle. We have for sine 0, for cosine 0 degree, 1. For tangent 0 degree is 0. And then, for cosecant 0 degree is undefined. For secant 0 degree, it's 1. And cotangent 0 degree, it's undefined. Now, let's have the 90 degree. Okay, 90 degree angle. So, sa 90 degree naman, ito gagamitin natin. If OP coincides with OB, dito naman daw. So, from here, 0 degree, nag-move siya dito. Si OP mo nag-move siya dito. So, hanggang dito. And this is 90, right? So, 90 degree. So, ibig sabihin yung theta mo ngayon, magpo-form siya ng 90 degree angle. Kasi ito, from here, nag-move siya dito. Coincide siya dito. So, 90 degree angle ang mapo-form niya. So, yung theta mo ngayon is a 90 degree angle. Now, since dito siya nag-end, dito siya nag-coincide, ang coordinates po ni B ay 0, 1. So, para makuha natin si sine 90 degrees, kasi dito siya nag-coincide eh. So, this is 90 degree. So, nag-coincide siya dito para makuha natin si sine 90 degrees, that is the coordinate, y-coordinate. Lagi pong ganon. Sine is y-coordinate. Ano ang y-coordinate ni B? 1. Kaya po 1. Para makuha naman natin si cosine, ang cosine po ay x-coordinate. Ano po ang x-coordinate ni B? 0. So, your cosine 90 degree is 0. And for tangent, we just have to get the ratio of sine and cosine. So, your tangent 0 degree is 1 over 0, and that is not defined. Okay? Any number divided by 0 that is not defined. So, that is undefined. And then, let's just get the reciprocal. So, this is 1. Your secant 0 degree is not defined kasi 0 po ito. And then, for tangent 0 degree, that is 0. Okay? So, these are the 6 trigonometric ratios of 90 degree angle. Let's have the summary. So, in trigonometric ratios of special angles, we have the 0 degree. Ito po yung mga hinanap natin kanina. 0 degree, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, and 90 degrees. So, ito po yung ating summary. Ito yung mga nakuha po natin kanina. Okay, now, I advise you na i-memorize. Look for the pattern for you to easily memorize the table. Kasi mas madali po tayong maghanap, mag-solve. Na ina-apply po natin itong trigonometric ratios kung alam po natin itong table. So, pag ang tinatanong, cosine 30 degree. So, square root of 3 over 2 lang yon. Now, halimbawa, ang nakuha mo ay tangent square root of 3. Ibig sabihin, yung measure ng angle ay 60 degree. Halimbawa, ang nakuha mong sagot ay secant square root of 2. So, ibig sabihin, yung measure ng angle is 45 degrees. Okay, so, madali lang po. That's why it is called trigonometric ratios of special angles. For 0 degree, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60, and 90 degrees. So, let's have an example. So, mabilisan lang to dito para discuss natin yung last example natin. So, cosecant 30 degrees. So, sabi ko nga, kung memorize nyo itong table, cosecant 30 degrees is what? 2. So, that is 2. Tangent 60 degrees, ito po yung tangent 60 degrees natin, square root of 3. Makukuha na po natin yung sides. Okay? So, these are the measures of your sides. Okay? Ito po yung measures po ng ating sides. Now, halimbawa naman, ito yung sinold mo, makukuha mo rin yung measure ng angle. So, vice versa yan. Pag nakuha mo yung measure ng sides, makukuha mo na yung measure ng angle. Pag kinuha mo yung measure ng angle, makukuha mo yung measure ng sides. So, pag memorize mo yung iyong table. And then, cosecant 60 degrees. So, cosecant 60 degrees. So, that is 2 square root of 3 over 3. And then, ito, addition lang po ito. Kunin mo muna si secant 60 degrees and then si tangent 30 degrees. Ang secant 60 degrees mo ay 2 plus tangent 30 degrees is square root of 3 over 3. So, ito po. And then, fraction po ito. So, we have 6 plus square root of 3 over 3. Bakit naging 6? 2 times 3, 6. Okay? So, plus your LCD is 3. And then, ano pa ba to? Pwede pa ba i-simplify? Pwede ba natin to i-divide? No. Okay? Kasi magkasama po yan. As 1 po yan. Okay, next. We have, ito naman, multiply. Kunin mo muna yung value nitong dalawa. So, ito po yun. And then, kunin mo rin itong dalawa. So, ito naman yun. Based dun sa table natin. Kung ito po yun. Itong dalawa, ito yan. And then, subtract. So, bago ka mag-subtract, multiply mo muna to. And then, multiply mo to. So, we have this. So, pag nakuha mo na po, tsaka po tayo mag-subtract. And that is 2 square root of 2 minus 1. Bakit 1? Kasi 2 divide 2 is 1. Hindi ba pwede bang i-minus itong 2 minus 1? No, kasi hindi po sila pareho ng radical. And then, for sine 45 degrees, sine 45 degrees is square root of 2 over 2. Ito po yun. And then, naka-squared siya. So, squared po natin. So, ang kalalabasan yan, square root of 2 times square root of 2, that is square root of 4. And then, 2 times 2, that is 4. Since this is a perfect square, so that is 2 over 4. And this is 1/2. Next. So, ganun din po ang gagawin sa iba. Okay? So, ganun lang din po yan. So, the answer is 1. So, dito naman, multiply mo muna itong makukuha mo dito, yung sine 60 degrees and cosine 30 degrees, plus tangent 45 degrees. So, ang gagawin mo, multiply mo muna ito. So, pag minultiply mo ito po ang makukuha natin. Plus 1, so we now get 3 over 4 plus 1. And that is 7 over 4. Kung hindi na matandaan kung paano ang fractions, balikan po natin yung mga tutorials natin on how to perform 4 fundamental operations of fractions. Okay? And then, dito naman, unahin lagi nasa parenthesis. So, kunin muna natin yung mga values nito doon. And then, ito na po siya. So, unahin natin ito. So, we have 1/2. And then, multiply. The value you will get is square root of 2 over 4. And, since pwede pa ba natin ito i-simplify? No, hindi na po. Okay? Hindi po yan pwede maging 1/2 kasi ito po ay may radicals. Next. So, dito naman squared. So, dito, in this case, ito po yung mga given natin. Okay, kinuha po muna natin siya doon sa ating table. Now, make sure na unahin po muna nating i-square ito bago po natin i-multiply sa 2. Ganon din po dito. Okay, so pag kinuha natin ng square nito, that is square root of 9 over 4. And then ito naman, 1. And then 2 times 2, that is over 4. So, kunin muna natin, your square root of 9 is 3. Okay, and then, ayan pa rin, yun pa rin, copy. So, now, 4 3/4. Okay, so pwede nyo rin i-simplify ito para mas mababa. So, ang makukuha po natin is 9 over 4 since pareho po sila. Bakit hindi ko ginamit yung 3 over 2? Kasi magdi-dissimilar fraction sila. So, kung minultiply ko lang to, 6 and then 4, mas madali kasi similar fraction. So, 9 over 4. Let's have this one. So, find the value of A, B, and C. So, yung tinutukoy po dito na A, B, and C are the angles. So, paano kukunin yung angles natin? So, apply natin yung natutunan natin sa trigonometric ratios of special angles. So, para makuha natin yung ating angle A, angle B, at angle C. So, let's say, kahit ano naman pwede mong gamitin. So, ito ang gusto kong gamitin, A. Ito ang gusto kong gamitin. So, gagamitin ko sine A. But make sure na yung sine na gagamitin mo, ang opposite niya hindi hypotenuse. Kasi, pag sinabi nating sine, opposite over hypotenuse yan. So, kung halimbawa ito, okay, ito yung hypotenuse natin, di ba? So, kung ito po yung hypotenuse natin, hindi ko to pwedeng gamitin as sine A. Kasi ang opposite niya is 16, ang hypotenuse is 16. Okay? So, pwede ka mag-start dito. Okay? So, dito muna tayo. So, your sine A, so dito pwede kasi ang hypotenuse mo, ito naman. Paano ba malalaman ang hypotenuse? The longest side. Okay? So, your sine A, opposite, 6 square root of 2 over hypotenuse. So, this is 12. Okay? So, we have 6 divided by 12, that is 1/2 already. So, square root of 2 over 2 na siya. So, your sine A square root of 2 over 2. Okay, silip ka dun sa ating table. So, your sine square root of 2 over 2. Ano po ba yung sa sine natin na square root of 2 over 2? That is 45 degrees. So, the measure of angle A is equal to 45 degrees. Kasi nakuha mo, square root of 2 over 2. So, sine square root of 2 over 2 is 45 degrees. So, ang measure po ng angle na to ay square root of 45 degrees. Now, let us find sine B. So, sine B is opposite over hypotenuse naman. Dito naman tayo sa B. Okay? So, opposite over hypotenuse ulit. So, pero B naman. So, opposite. Kahit ano pwede nyong gamitin. Sabi ko nga, but make sure na yung sine na gagamitin nyo, yung opposite niya, hindi yun yung hypotenuse. So, your sine B, opposite, 6 square root of 2 over hypotenuse, that is 12. So, ganun din po. Okay? Same lang po siya. So, ganun din po. Your angle B is equal to, yung sine B mo, which is ang lumabas ay square root of 2 over 2, tingin ka sa table, 45 degrees. Ayun po siya. Okay? So, makukuha na natin ngayon si angle C. Kung ito ay 45, ito ay 45, ano po ito? This is 90 degrees. Next. So, dito naman, pwede ko bang gamitin na sine ito? Sine A. Kasi opposite over hypotenuse, parehong ito. So, pwede ako dito mag-start. Okay? So, your sine B, opposite, 8 square root of 3 over hypotenuse. So, 8 square root of 3 over 16. And then, pwede na natin to i-divide. So, this is 1/2. So, square root of 3 over 2. And sine, tingin ka sa table, sine, square root of 3 over 2, hanapin mo po, ito yon. So, ibig sabihin, yung sine B mo is 60 degrees. Yung angle B mo is 60 degrees. Sine C naman, dito naman ako, opposite over hypotenuse ulit, that is 1/2. And sine, okay, sine 1/2, that is 30 degrees. So, angle C is 30 degrees. Makukuha na natin si angle A. So, if this is 60 degrees, this is 30, your A is 90. Now, sine lang po ba ang pwede natin gamitin? You can also make use of cosine. Okay? So, ako, sine lang lahat ginamit ko. Now, halimbawa, ang gusto mong gamitin ay cosine. So, itry natin siya dito ha, cosine B. So, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So, adjacent, ito yon, adjacent over hypotenuse. So, 8 over 16 ang lalabas sa akin. So, that is 1/2. Ma'am, iba po siya dito. Ang nakuha po natin dito ay square root of 3 over 2. Pero ang lumabas pag cosine ang ginamit, 1/2. Tingin ka po sa table. Pag sine square root of 3 over 2, ang angle is 60 degrees. And then, yung nakuha natin na cosine na 1/2, dito ka sa cosine. Cosine 1/2 is also 60 degrees. So, pareho lang din po yun. Okay? So, you can make use of sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant, secant. Kung saan po kayo mas nadadalian. Yun po ang gamitin. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell para updated kayo for more video tutorials. This is your guide in learning your math lessons, your Wow Math channel.